Hey, my name is Stix and welcome back to your weekly Gacha recap, a video series where I go over the latest news, pre-registrations, test phases, new releases, shutdowns, juicy drama, everything that happened in the Gacha genre over the course of the last week that mattered to me in one easy to digest format. It is currently my birthday as of recording this video. My wife, Mrs. Stix, made a wonderful tweet telling you all to help her celebrate me. If you all want to help celebrate me, go ahead, join our Stix subreddit, become a part of our Gacha Hub Twitter community, join our Discord community where we have over 1,400 incredible members that are all engaging, that are all friendly and welcoming. Or most importantly, scroll down in this video right now and hit that subscribe button. Then go ahead and turn on the bell notification. Make sure it's set to all. That way you remain up to date with everything that I post. Now we have a lot to talk about, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. We're going to start this off with all the different gacha games that are shutting down first. Blade & Soul Heroes, also known as Hoyan, is officially shutting down. Honestly, I understand why. I looked at its Steam numbers and it was averaging like 100 concurrent players. Yeah, this game died literally a week after it launched. And the game has only been out for 3 months. So Ragnarök Origin confirmed they are shutting down on March 31st, 2026. Honestly, the Ragnarök intellectual property was one of my favorite MMO properties of all time. It's a shame to see what happened with it and what came of the IP, but you know what? Not very good spin-offs that happen to be mobile focused, just complete cash grabs deserve to shut down. So I'm not gonna shed a tear. 2.5 dimensional Seduction Angels on stage, end of service notice, January 14th, 2026. Honestly, well, apparently this guy was enjoying the game. I've never heard of it. Let me Google this. Let me see what this actually is. Never mind. I know what this game is. Yeah. Okay. I know what that is. Fellow Moon in China has announced their end of service, which means we're not going to get global. It states here we probably won't get global, but we're not getting global. It's unfortunate, but we're just not. I made a tweet going over this. I said this was one of the best looking gacha games that we'll never get to play globally. I was incredibly excited for it, but the market in China is just really competitive. And even in spite of how good these character models look, how great the game looked and played, just how beautiful everything was and how unique it was overall, it just, for some reason, the Chinese players just weren't very happy with it. I would have loved it. Like, looking at some of these character models, bro, I would have loved the hell out of this game and would have definitely mained it. That is all the gacha games that are shutting down. 4 announced in the last week. That's wild. Chaos Zero Nightmare, though, has a 2026 roadmap. They previewed everything over on a live stream that they just held. There were a lot of images. A friend of mine, Guitar Rock, actually got banned on Twitch for streaming it. So I'm kind of glad I didn't, because that is wild. I'm gonna have a dedicated video going over my thoughts on the entire roadmap showcase, but it looks like a lot of people are happy with it. Some people are unhappy with it, but at the end of the day, you can't please everyone anyway. Azur Promilia's Korean Twitter got banned, and then about a day, I actually saw this, has popped up in my feed, and then a day later, the Korean Twitter came back. I'm not quite sure why. I think, yeah, listed here, rumors are they got mass reported by tourists. I mean, yeah, that's weird. I don't know why the account got suspended, but I mean, they're back and that's what matters. So at the end of the day, let's hope they're okay moving forward. They don't run into any further issues like this. Additionally, with regards to Azur Promilia, they may be targeting a 2026 release. I made a tweet going over this. They confirmed they have secured publishers. They are going to be self-publishing in China themselves. They've secured Yostar as a publisher for Japan, Nexon for a publisher in Korea, Nijigen for the publisher in Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan. Yostar publish globally Arknights. They publish Azur Lane. They used to publish Ether Gazer. Nexon publishes Blue Archive. So they have studios that have a decent track record with regards to publishing. Yostar, I don't know how they do in Japan. I also don't know how Nexon does in Korea. I just know how they do globally, and I have no idea who or what Nijigen is. Honkai's Star Rail's English voice actor for Welt revealed that he will not be reprising his role in future updates. He states that he was told to sign something that was industry standard. He read it and showed it to his lawyer since in his words it was not industry standard. They continued to give him all callbacks to work despite him not signing what they wanted until they didn't call him back and he inquired about it, where he was informed he was replaced due to failure to sign the document in question. So basically they kept using him till they found out or found someone who likely signed it. Ouch. That's actually kind of sad. Here's the official tweet going over it. I mean, I actually did like Welt as a character, and I loved his voice. So damn, they're still having trouble with their American voice actors. That's wild. Damn. Gate of Gates is officially making its debut appearance at Comic-Con on December 30th through December 31st. I have done a dedicated video on the game. Very little has been revealed about it. I'm excited to see their official, like, full-length gameplay trailer. In theory, it's going to be a gameplay trailer. This reminds me a lot of Girls Frontline 2 and Girls Frontline just generally. Punishing Grey Raven on the 22nd of December, so 2 days from today, is going to be performing the update maintenance on the new version, Slightline Breach. Man, Teddy Spectre looks good. Goddamn. Okay, I mean, goddamn, there's a lot going. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm excited. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Mongil Stardive. And this is a game that I've actually done multiple videos on. They sponsored me. I actually got to go to play it at TGS. Confirmed the launch has been postponed until the first half of next year. So potentially playing this anytime soon is not going to be possible. And it's likely going to be about half a year off. So I'm expecting sometime in like May or June, theoretically. I'll probably have a video coming on the exact reason as to why this is. I went over their Q&A. There's a lot of information to unpackage here, but ultimately they're making improvements to the game in theory and changing around some things like the gacha and the character acquisition. So hopefully this is for the better, because at the end of the day, a rushed game is going to suck forever, and a game that is delayed but polished is going to come out polished and people will appreciate and enjoy. Zenless Zone Zero released a trailer for version 2.5. I mean, if you weren't playing Zenless Zone Zero and you saw this trailer, I'm sure you will be now. Add on to that the fact that they're giving away the Jane Doe skin. I mean, I'm gonna be logging in just to claim the skin, purely just to play the skin. Or to acquire the skin. Sorry, I'm looking at the skin. I'm just like, yo, that's free? God damn. Oh man, the goon is strong with this update, bro. Silver Palace just released a trailer, a cinematic trailer, and then a gameplay trailer, and it looks good. Like, there are some noticeable issues with it, and I think over the course of the beta test, we're going to get to see exactly how good or bad various aspects of it are. We're going to be able to provide a lot of constructive criticism. I think it's disingenuous to just, like, blanket label the game as being bad or ugly, or, you know, having bad combat or poor animations or anything like that right now, because we can't play it, and all we've seen was a very small condensed trailer. But once we actually get in, hopefully in the next month, because that is when the beta registration ends in January, the first week of January, we'll be able to actually get a proper gauge for ourselves and estimate just how good or bad it's going to be, and then see the progress over the course of multiple different beta periods. Right now, we cannot say for certain anything. We can't say that it looks great. We can't say it looks terrible, because again, we have a fraction of actual footage and data to go off of. But very soon that is going to change, and very soon we'll be able to understand kind of what they plan on doing, their vision for the game, and hopefully it ends up going well. I thought it looked good, but I don't think it was like groundbreaking or revolutionary. But again, I will reiterate this over and over. Just because I think it looks good doesn't mean it is good, or doesn't mean that it looks incredible. I can't say that with any definitive certainty, because right now I'm just looking at like pretty animations and pretty effects and everything, because that's really all we have. Blue Archive officially canceled the content creator event after Backlash. I was actually on the side of Blue Archive for this. So essentially what happened, I did a dedicated video going over this, but essentially what happened is they brought on 4 different content creators. One of them, Sea-Dog, does not like the Blue Archive community. He doesn't like lollies. He doesn't like the Blue Archive game, but I guess the bag was big enough and he was being paid enough where he was willing to stream it, play it, and talk about it, even though he doesn't like it and has been vehemently against anything of that nature for years now. Now, the Blue Archive community very evidently and warrantedly decided to call them out on that. Blue Archive responded. They canceled the entire event. Nobody gets to participate. Nobody gets paid. Nobody gets to play it. And ultimately, I think that's good because you want to support your community, and that might come at the expense of additional exposure through content creators that don't play your game. And if you're willing to potentially sacrifice that extra exposure to appease your community, then that's good on you. I fully support that. I think it sucks for the other content creators that were involved that are fine with Blue Archive, that are fine with Allies, or that are fine with the Blue Archive community. But at the same time, you know what? It's easier to just cancel it all and cut your losses and just dive back into supporting your community and what they want. Because at the end of the day, the last thing you want is to pay someone to hate on your game or your community. Arknights is finally releasing onto PC. Pre-registration is currently open in China. This is similar to what happened with Punishing Grey Raven, and I am all for it. Arknights is one of my 3 main gacha games: Nikke, Arknights, Wuthering Waves. I play all 3 every single day, and I cannot wait to finally be able to actually boot this up without a goddamn emulator. Duet Night Abyss released their Huashou version 1.1 trailer, and goddamn, dude, it looked good. I have my react coming to this soon, but the entire thing looks absolutely unrecognizable, and I can't wait. I also like the skins that they have on display. I'm gonna be pulling for it. Definitely, like, paying for it, whatevering for it. This is a 10 out of 10 skin, and I mean, if you're not playing it and you look at that, I don't know how you could be deterred from actually playing it. Wuthering Waves hit the #1 on Bilibili. They've been at #1. I actually took the screenshot when I posted this on December 18th. That was 2 days ago. It had been #1 for what, 3-4 consecutive days in a row. This is during the downtime of a minor patch before the release of 3.0. They have been at #1 for several days in a row, absolutely killing it at #1. I went to TapTap. They were at #2 on TapTap, which is, again, absolutely phenomenal. In China, the game is doing incredibly. Just globally, in Japan, in Korea, in North America, and Europe, the game is doing really freaking well. And you know what? It's deserved. The game is so freaking good. And you know what they said? Dead game. Nobody plays your game. The game's never going to be popular. Look at it now. I mean, what more can you say? Congratulations, Wuwa. A brand new Azur Lane video release. I'm not going to click this because it is a little bit degenerate, too degenerate to show in this video, because you know what will happen? We'll get a look at that little red monetization icon. I don't want that for this video, but y'all gotta watch this. This is just too freaking much, dude. And finally, Arknights Endfield is officially releasing in January, but someone, Akari, who's a member of the Arknights Endfield Twitter community, decided to compile roughly how many polls you're essentially going to get by playing the game. This is with regards to the beta test specifically, which I've been having a ton of fun in, by the way. It looks like without the battle pass or the monthly pass, we're going to get 70,000 premium currency. It costs 5,000 per poll. So 50,000 is 100 polls, 60,000 is 120 polls, 70,000 is 140 polls, which means you get 138 polls in total. I know my big head is here, but that's what it says here. If you get the Battle Pass Origin, which is still free to play, you get 143 free polls. If you get the Battle Pass over there, you get 149, and everything in completely encompassing, you get 161 polls. So you can go in 1 month all the way to the guarantee. You can hit the 50, 50 at 80, and then the guarantee at 120. So you can essentially 100% guarantee the limited banner character upon release, and still have, if you spend very little, over 40 additional polls ready to either attempt the 50, 50 again, or wait for the guarantee for the next character. Honestly, I think that's pretty damn good. And I would definitely invest money into that. Now that is everything that happened in the gacha genre over the course of the last week. That mattered to me. You're all up to date. You're welcome. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.